and welcome to the Down Cellar Studio YouTube channel. My name is Jen, I'm your host, and I am here with another Yarnable unboxing. Plus, I'm going to share a few of my recent Yarnable WIPs and finished objects because I've been working a lot with the yarn from previous subscription kits that I've really enjoyed. So we're going to do a little bit of that, and then I have a splash pad party update if you're looking for a fun summer make-along, knit-along, crochet-along, spin-along. Stay tuned for details on that. Let's start with showing you some of the fun projects that I've been working on recently that I think you're really going to enjoy too. The first is this beautiful pair of socks out of Yarnable Yarn. I originally wound up this yarn thinking that I would give it as a gift to one of my dear friends, and I loved it so much that I couldn't get rid of it, which is not usually a thing that happens to me. But the purples and the blues and the browns and the taupes, it was just really speaking to me. Actually, it's kind of funny. It's the more brown version of this shawl that I'm wearing. I don't remember the name of the yarn for this one, but this pattern is mine. It is called, oh my goodness, what is it called? I'll put the name on the screen here and maybe it will come to me. But this pattern is really fun. It's a sideways knit shawl. You can make it as long as you want. No pearls and the whole thing, just knits and yarn overs to make these beautiful eyelets. And voila, I made this while I was traveling in Europe. It was a perfect traveling project. And you can find this in all of my patterns on Ravelry and Love Crafts. I'm Jennifer Lassonde Designs, and you can find links to this and everything else down below. But let's get back to the subject at hand. This beautiful yarn was from April 2023 box. It was called Some Bunny Loves You. And I certainly love these socks. I also knit another pair of socks because I decided to keep those for myself. I had to make a pair for my friend. And I will put a picture of those on the screen here. The colorway for these ones is the Yarnable 2024 colorway of How Time Flies. And it's sort of similar with that creamy kind of base, although more cream than tan, and it's got those blips of pinks and greens, which reminded me of roses, and they made a great gift for my friend. I should have got a picture of them on the blockers, but those came out really beautiful. And so because I was enjoying that so much, I also cast on another pair of socks because you can never have too many pairs of socks on the needles. This is from November 2024, Let's Get Basted. A very fun Thanksgiving pun. And these ones are doing a real fun, like spiral pooling kind of thing that makes it look like self-striping. How fun is that? Again, clearly this is a place I'm in right now, which is probably why I was drawn to casting these on. I'm using the OMG Heel pattern by Megan Williams, which is one of my favorites. It's pretty much my go-to. I've done over 230 pairs of these at this point, and I love it every time. So I have a good feeling about what I'm going to open, but at first actually I have one more thing to show you, which is not a pair of socks because that's mostly what I do with my Yarnable subscription yarn. But I also really like making hats out of fingering weight yarn. You probably all know the Musselburgh pattern by Isolde Teague, which I love, but I also love the Same As It Ever Was hat by Sarah Jordan, who is often a sponsor of the Down Cellar Studio Podcast, and who, spoiler alert, is coming back for our splash pad party this summer. So if you wanted to make one of these, you would get extra entries. And the main difference is this beautiful increase on this side and then decrease on the other side instead of sort of that squared off pattern that you get with the Musselburgh. This feels a little bit more delicate to me in the Same As It Ever Was hat. And look at this beautiful yarn. The aqua, the gray, the purple, it is just gorgeous. This one is the Dynamite colorway. It was one of the dinosaur ones from December 2024. So yeah, I'm loving it. Originally, I thought I was going to make the whole thing out of this, but I think I found a complementary purple skein in my stash. So I think I'm going to do half in this and half in the purple. And then you put them inside each other and voila, you've got basically 2 hats in one. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at our May Yarnable subscription box. They're doing something a little different. So if you see me looking off here, I'm just looking at my computer for the notes about this month's kit because they're doing those digitally, which I think is great. So let's save a little bit of paper. So the theme for this one in May 2025 is Squeeze the Day. And so there's definitely a lemony kind of theme to this one. We're going to start with our extras as we usually do. So let's get some details on these. Ooh, look at this. Petty in a box, basic 3-step pedicure. Ooh, maybe this is what I'm doing this evening. Sea salt soak, a sugar scrub, and a massage butter made with organic olive oil and lemon extract. That sounds delightful. This is from Vosh. I've never heard of this company before, but count me in. It's also vegan, so pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Oh, there's lots of goodies in here. Ooh, we've got some Meyer lemon. It looks like kind of hard candies. What does it say? Savor the zing. Big Sky's Meyer lemon citrus delights burst with tangy, sweet sunshine. Pure citrus joy with 0 artificial nonsense. Ooh, that's cool. And just 4 calories in case you're curious. And oh, there's one more thing in here. This is a car air freshener. Oh my gosh, how adorable is that? From Studio O. Sunshine for your dashboard and joy for your drive. They're really pretty. And you can sort of smell them through the package and they smell delightful. I'm not usually an air freshener gal, but this doesn't seem like super fakey. And I think it's going to be worth a try. Okay. So, ooh, the little did you know on what is normally the back of the card says, did you know lemons were once so rare kings gave them as gifts? Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and take a peek at the real goodies that we're here for, right? Let's look at the yarn. Oh, interesting. Okay, so again, this one is Squeeze the Day. It's green and yellow. I love how bright this is. I feel like not enough people do yellow yarns, but let me also read you a little bit of the note from the folks over at Hypnotic Yarn. They said, this month's colorway was dyed with a little twist in mind. We thought it'd be fun to create something that could be used for assigned pooling. And you might be wondering, what is assigned pooling? So they wrote it out for us. It's a technique where specific colors in a variegated yarn are intentionally assigned to certain stitches or stitch patterns, resulting in a striking visual effect that looks beautifully intentional. So they also gave us some ideas for knit and crochet projects that will work with this kind of thing. One I've actually seen quite a bit of called Sunrise Sunset Assigned Pooling Cowl, where you do this cool kind of fanned out stitch. Interesting. I'm going to show you my laptop, although it might be easier to just put it on the screen, so we'll see what we do. But do you see what that looks like? Really, really beautiful. So in this case, I think it would be the yellow, that's like the background color, and then the green would do all those little pops. So there's several different options. There's a shawl, there's a couple other things listed here, and then there's also stuff for different weights of yarn. I choose the plush sock yarn base. So this is a sock weight yarn, but some folks get DK weight and things like that. So there's lots of different options. I love that they provide ideas. While it's not a kit, you could go off and buy the pattern on your own. It's really nice to have some options and ideas, especially if you maybe want to try something different. I've actually never done one of those assigned pooling kind of projects. So yeah, maybe this is going to be the reason that I give it a shot. So if you have other ideas on these kinds of patterns, please let me know. I would love to see your comments down below. As promised, I also wanted to share that we are opening the Splash Pad Party. This is our 10th summer doing the Splash Pad Party knit along. I'm so excited. Registration for players is going to open on May 15th, so in just a few days now. And the pool, the Splash Pad, opens on June 1st. So we run all throughout June and July. You can work on WIPs and finish those. You can start new projects, whatever you want to work on. That is like my thing with my knit-alongs is I don't want to tell you what to make. You decide what sounds fun to you and work on those things. And if you want to earn more entries for prizes, you can use products from our sponsors. We really like to incentivize using things from the small businesses that support the podcast. And so if you've already got products from them that you've bought in the past, dig them out, start using them, share on social, come on over to the Down Cellar Studio Ravelry group, and we've got a May chat thread going there, and everyone's talking about ideas and projects and things that they want to plan out and prep for. So as always, you can do as little or as much as you want. If you want to plan out everything to the detail where you've got yarn in a project bag and stitch markers and accessories all to go with your project to get you the maximum amount of entries per project, go for it. If you just want to like knit what you like during the summer and then at the end of June or end of July say, oh yeah, let me go ahead and enter, you can totally do that. So as little or as much effort as you want. Really, it's a choose your own adventure kind of situation. The sponsor list will be going up soon. We do still have a few sponsor spots open for the Pro Shop, maybe one or two as I'm recording this. The Snack Shack level is free. All you have to do is donate a prize, and that's unlimited. So if you want some more information about what it's like to be a sponsor, there will be a link down below in this video, and or you can message me on Ravelry. I'm Boston Jen, email me at downcellarstudio@gmail.com, or find me over on Instagram. I'm BostonJen1 over there. So yeah, that's just a little sneak peek about the summer fun going on over in the Down Cellar Studio group. We do hope that you will join us, whether you're joining for the first time or coming back. We'd love to see you. So yeah, that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content that you see on this channel, please give the video a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. My schedule is finally slowing back down again a little bit, so I hope to spend a little bit more time over here on YouTube with you. If you've got ideas for videos or anything that you want to see, again, comment down below or let me know via any of the other mechanisms you have for getting a hold of me, and I would love to hear your suggestions. All right, folks, stay crafty. Have a good day. Bye-bye.